Let's get in there. Oh, yes. We are going to get so much one-handed weapon proficiency. Maybe I'll be able to even get to 150. It's going to give us maybe more experience or something like that. Or something like that. I was not anticipating doing this, actually. This was not something that I desperately wanted to go for, but we're going to try it nevertheless. If I get murdered here, then this is going to be very bad. Hello and welcome back to our Duelist adventures. Now we've entered our party screen here because I have a very important task to complete, which is indeed to swap around a couple of units with our little friend here, I guess you could call him. At this point we've been through so much, I think we can call him a friend, right? Surely? Maybe? Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. But anyway, point is, we're going to be attempting to give him as many reasonable units as we can. So tier 2, tier 3 units until he is maxed out. So you could see here that unfortunately he only has a maximum party size of 69. Yes, 69. But yeah, otherwise that's a bit not so good, not so good. But it's all right because we can then take some more. As you could see, I'm only over the limit by about 3 units, and I have already taken a lot of people from my prisoners and recruited them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go over to the Khuzait slaves, as I'm not going to be using Khuzait slaves or indeed looters. That equals out to be exactly 139. And obviously the one wounded person in our army, I believe, isn't that me? I'm actually not sure about that. Actually not sure. But anyway, Phykeon, eh? Yes. Phykeon is a very tempting prospect, and I would love to be able to take it. So let's see how fast is this guy's moving. Way too fast for us. As you can see, we're moving at 4.9. Saratis I could probably catch. We've got to be a bit careful here, though, because I still can't really enter the battle, amazingly enough. Now I can enter the battle, I believe. Once you're over 20%, that is when you can enter the battle, and that's exactly the reason why I said that initial medicine skill that gives you back 30% of your HP. That is fantastic ability. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, this guy is way too fast for me, even. Oh, wait, I might be able to get him. He was actually walking into a position where I think we can corner him, which is just absolutely gobsmacking me right now. I have no idea why he'd decide to do this, but okay. Let's get him. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, can you tell me anything about the Battle of yeah, personally, I don't really care about that quest. I really wish... You know what? I might use a console command to just complete it, because it is extremely irritating to try and find all of those lords and stuff like that. But we'll see, because I don't even have cheat mode enabled right now, and I'd have to go looking for the command and all that stuff, so I don't know whether I really want to do that. Maybe I'll just speak to everyone, but it is very irritating to do that for the umpteenth time. But anyway, let's see what we can do here. Obviously it's the Khuzait, isn't it? Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? It is the Khuzait, but this guy is actually not a part of the Khuzait. He is an Empire defector, which makes this even sweeter. Our victory will be glorious about, over him, hopefully. Because, let's face it, no one wants to see a defector achieve victory. And, well, I say that considering we are probably one of the most opportunistic that I've so far played, with the exception of Bruce the Bannerlord, of course, because Bruce the Bannerlord, he was obviously going around murdering everyone, raiding everyone, and pillaging and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's obviously quite opportunistic, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I'm gonna go in here. Oh, okay. Oh, this might be problematic. Maybe. Ooh, nice. We got a nice hit on him. Thank you, cavalry, for running right through me right there. Okay, yeah, we're actually doing some decent damage here too. Ooh, that guy's got some decent skill. thankfully he doesn't have... Oh, he has a lot of armor. Do you see that? That is insanity right there. I was barely able to do any damage to him with my sword. Should have switched to my mace, but I was a bit worried about lowering my guard there, just in case someone else came along from off-screen, because there might be someone behind me, or to the left, or the right, and I wanted to be a little bit careful about that. But anyway, that is indeed a victory for us. As you can see, we literally lost 2 units only. We lost a Mamluk soldier and a Master Archer, really? A Master Archer. I can't believe it. Alright, well, that happens, that happens. Okay, we're going to let him go because he is indeed a major vassal, as I know that. And he gave us 1,600 charm. It is insanity that he's giving us so much. Anyway, let's take a look at our prisoners. You can see here we have so many tier 4 units. It really is kind of ludicrous at this point. So we're just going to continue taking tier 4s. We're not going to take anyone from any other faction. Like I've said before, we're only going to be taking tier 4s and maybe some tier 3s, like these guys, for example, from the Imperials and from the Azrai. And that's it. I'm not going to be using Khuzait units or anything like that. I feel like that's just not going to work. Oh yeah, by the way, thank you to those of you in the comments that shed some light on the what is it now? The prisoner taking quest. You know, that one that where they go, we need manual laborers and so on. That one, because I was under the impression that you could basically take anyone prisoner and then take them to the village and give those units to them. That's what my impression was of the entire task. But that is actually not the case. You can't do that. That is not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to attack looters and desert bandits and anything else that you can get your hands on, and then take those prisoners, because apparently bandit units, or should we say bandit archetype units, are the only ones that count for that particular quest. So that is very, very good to know. Anyway, hopefully we will be able to, we won't be able to attack that guy at all. 185, look at that. They only have 185. I think we might be able to do it, but bear in mind, I don't have any engineering skill. So I am very much crossing my fingers to possibly hope that Najun might have a little bit of engineering skill. I think that would be very cool. I have 1 space. I guess I'll get an infantryman. Sounds pretty good. Alright, let's do this. Actually, you know what? Let's not go in there just yet. I would like to check and see what he's got. Does he have any engineering? He has none! No! Okay, well, he has none. Okay, we're right. Can't really do much about it then. I guess, you know what? Before we do this, because this is going to take way too long for me to build something, I'm actually going to go to nearby towns and see if there's a companion that might have more than average engineering skill. Because I'm looking for someone that has about 60, maybe 80 if I'm lucky. He has nothing. He's actually pretty good though. As you can see, he's actually got some pretty decent combat skills, but unfortunately that's not going to be someone that I will be taking here. There is someone over here though that I would love to take on. That is Tulag himself. He's going to... Oh, hello there. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Okay, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Yes, we are seeing death come to us right now. Because I think I could probably take one of them, but I don't think I could take 2. So this is a bit problematic. Let me see if I can... Maybe I can do something? Maybe I can, like, split them off or something like that? That doesn't seem to be working. Aha! There we are. Perfection. Or is it? I was thinking to myself, we might be able to get them, but we've got to be a bit careful of their compositions. As you can see, this guy at the back here, he is packing some serious heat right there. So we need to be a bit careful. Alright, so I have 1 attribute point to spend. I'm probably going to be spending it in endurance at this point, because I would like athletics to level up a little bit quicker, because as you can see right here, you can actually get another point in endurance once you get to this perk level, and I think that might actually make the most sense. Ooh, increases your map hit points regeneration by 10% while traveling. Yes, that sounds nice. Increases your waiting hit points. Oh, okay. Decreases your charge damage taken. Foot troops in your formation take 50% decreased charge. Increases your speed damage bonus by 30%. Ooh, yes, I like all of this. Okay, I will be spending my point in endurance here. And now we have a focus point. What do I want to spend it in? Well, I'm thinking I might spend it in engineering at this juncture, because if I don't do that, then we might have some issues building any siege equipment whatsoever. However, I do have 100 relation, and personally, influence, you know what I mean. I do have 109 influence, so I should be able to call for a number of vassals to come and help me. So I'm thinking that maybe we don't even need engineering. Maybe we can just rely on them to come along and maybe give us a bit of a hand. Now, what I think I'm actually going to do is I will spend a focus point in charm here, because it is getting to a point where we are reaching the learning limit, and I'd like the learning rate to be a little bit increased, just so that at those times when we have the ability to let someone go, it's going to give us maybe more experience or something like that. I was not anticipating doing this, actually. This was not something that I desperately wanted to go for, but we're going to try it nevertheless. If I get murdered here, then this is going to be very bad. Alright. Defensive positions, everyone. That is what we must do. Alright, let's get these guys into a shield wall formation almost immediately. Bear in mind that we have to be a little bit proactive as well when it comes to actually attacking the opponent before they were able to get a really nice rotation around us. Now, the main reason why I'm going to the back here as well is purely for that reason. I really don't want them to be able to go into no man's, well, shall we say, go behind us without having to go into no man's land. I think it really makes a huge difference to our tactical options, especially considering this gives us a massive, massive vantage point. Okay, I'm going to tell these guys to go loose as well. We are actually overpowered here, and I'm not talking about as in we are extremely powerful. I'm talking about them actually being stronger than us and being able to potentially eliminate us. So we have to be very, very careful here. Especially considering, look at all of this is just absolutely ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I feel like the Khuzait are way too strong, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I mean, there is a reason why the Khuzait do generally tend to expand much faster than every other faction. Because in auto-resolves, every single time you go into an auto-resolve, what is the game taking into account? It's taking cavalry into account. And they usually have a much higher combat strength than any other unit in the game. So if you make your entire army out of cavalry, then you can kind of see where that's going, can't you? Yeah, you can kind of see where that's going. Anyway, I'm just going to move my move my infantry just a little bit closer here. Unfortunately, it is getting absolutely peppered with attacks right now, so I think I'm going to just move my archers a little bit here. I'm going to tell my horse archers to charge in, and I will indeed, I think I'll tell my cavalry to charge. I don't know whether this is a good idea, but we're going to try it nevertheless. I'm going to bring out my rolling pin. Let's go to town. Let's tell my guys to charge in now. We did some damage to the horses, which I suppose is decent enough considering basically a Khuzait unit without a horse. Is it really a Khuzait unit at that point? Oh, these... Oh, no, no, no. What? How did I get killed right there? Did I get couch lanced? Oh, I got shot in the head for 137 damage. Well, that's bad. It is extremely even right now. If my archers can pull this off, I am going to be extremely, extremely surprised. But they might be able to. I don't know. If they're good in melee, then they'll be able to. But if they're not good in melee, then we're done for. But it seems maybe like we might be able to. Cross your fingers, everyone. We might not be able to do it. I very much hope we will, though. I think we might have this. This is probably one of the, in my opinion at least, the closest battles that we've ever had. As you can see, we have a pretty decent lead on them, however. And as a result, it is more than likely we will achieve victory unless they come in with a bunch of reinforcements that feature a number of cavalry. Strong cavalry is required here to break the archer line. As you can see, do you see that line going all the way across right here? That really destroyed them a great deal, which I am very pleased about. Oh yes. Super pleased. Okay. There you go. That is indeed it. I just can't believe, how did I even get shot? Who actually shot me right there? Because I took 137 damage. Nothing could save me from that, with the exception of having damage modifiers on a lower setting. That is the only thing that could have saved me from it. Because as far as I'm aware, there is no way in the game at the moment to give yourself more than 130 HP. I think you can get 100 and... You can definitely get 115, that is for sure, but I don't know whether you can get any more than that. So it is very much a case of, wow, that damage was just overkill in every sense of the word. And, well, that is indeed a victory for us. I'm just going to speed things up. Hopefully we'll take out the rest. And then that will be a victory for us. This is going to be an insane amount of renown, by the way, and decent influence as well. This is going to make a huge difference to our attack against Phykeon in just a second. 27 influence, 36 renown. We lost 51 units total, which is pretty significant, but we will be able to take quite a few of them prisoner, which is maybe going to make a bit of a difference. Anyway, I'm going to be letting this guy go. Basically, I'm going to let every single one of these guys go. Because as I've said before, I personally value the growth of our character much more than the faction strength of the Southern Empire. And we've already done the job of eliminating them, and it's going to take them a bit of time to get back on their feet and to level up those units again, because of course they're going to go and they're going to get some recruits and volunteers and so on, and they're going to level them up reasonably fast because the campaign AI setting is on the maximum it can be. So generally they're going to be quite, they're going to be quite fast at doing that. But we're going to get some decent charm skill. I actually thought these guys were major vassals, but apparently not. That is a little bit unfortunate. But look, all of these units are available for rescue. All of them. That means a great deal right here. That means a great deal. And they even have Azurai units too, which is just insane. That's crazy. Okay, so here we go. How many do I have? I have 110 right now, I believe. So let's see if I can get some more here. Now I'm over. Alright. Let's see. Let's just go like so. And that should be enough. Alright. So, what do these guys become again? They become cataphract units. So I'll probably take those. And I can take some prisoners too. So I will be taking... I only have 7 of those actually. So I'm just going to leave these for the moment. And yeah, veteran manhunter. Yeah, I'm gonna take a veteran manhunter, I think. I mean, there are just so many choices here available. I don't want to take any Khuzait, as I've said. Let's just take one more Imperial Veteran Archer or something like that. And, oh, you know what? You know what? Wait a minute. I need to take 4 more units. Let's take 4 more units. So let's take another 3 of these. And then we'll take... I don't like the militia. Even though it's a tier 4, I don't really want to take the militia because they don't really level up any further than that. So that's a bit problematic. Okay, I guess I'll just take one of these then. There we go. Alright, so the reason why I did that is so that the my party, my friend, can take the remaining units, but also because once I have recruited a number of people from my prisoner's hold, I'll be able to then transfer those units over to him as well. So we're theoretically just recouping our losses extremely easily and quickly, and then having a grand old time. Now we did get an upgraded helm, which is quite nice, but this helm is very heavy, as you can see. Not a big fan of that, actually. So I'm gonna go over to our armor here, and I'm gonna equip the old one, because it is significantly heavier than what we were using. Oh, actually, did I just... Yes, I did. Ah. Wait a minute. Where did that go? There we go, there we go. Alright, yeah, so I made a bit of an error there, because I gave it to Najun rather than Bruce, but there you go, okay. So, anything else that I can do here? No, it doesn't seem like it. So I will just take the rest, and then we'll move on. But yeah, that is my plan at least. So we will be taking... we'll be leveling up these units, and we'll need to see how much he actually has in his army. I'm really very, very surprised and extremely pleased that we were able to survive that battle, considering I feel like I have a decent army, but I never thought that I'd be able to beat something that is a little better than us in terms of combat strength. I would have expected that to be almost impossible, so very pleased about that. Anyway, this guy, let's talk to him. Let me inspect your troops. Okay, so he has some injured. So he has, what is that now? He has like 53 or something like that, I think. Yeah. So let's see what we can do. Let's give him a couple of archers. Let's give him a couple of archers. Don't really want to give him the Desert Warriors. What about these guys? Town Guards? Ah, yeah, you can take the Town Guards, fellow. There we go. And a couple of tribesmen, and I think that seems pretty good to me. All right, so that is what we're going to be doing, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to recruit these guys into our own party, and then we have, well, a pretty significant force, if I do say so myself. All right, so I'm going to wait here for some time, because I need to, and then we're going to see what we can do after that. I'm almost at 150 one-handed weapon proficiency. I very badly want to get there. Although, both of these skills are not that exciting. Ah, well, this is a rather tough spot to be in, isn't it? Yeah, so we just had a declaration of war, and the Aserai are declaring war on the Southern Empire. Great. That's not exactly what I wanted, especially considering my workshops. Yes. Ah, what a classic, yeah. Both of my workshops were in Aserai territory, and of course, because as soon as something, you know, a particular faction becomes aggressive to you, they will go and they will ransack your business and they will destroy it. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't know whether I agree with that, to be honest. I mean, I guess that is kind of... Is that realistic? I don't know whether that is really realistic, because in Warband, obviously that was not the case, but of course, in Bannerlord, they're trying for things that are a bit more understandable in sort of real world situations. So if an enemy has a business, then I suppose what you would do is you would indeed ransack it, right? I mean, I guess that's what you would do. But yeah. Anyway, as you can see right here, Kegan actually got taken while I was resting, I think. I actually have no idea what even happened here, to be honest, because I was obviously very preoccupied with that battle that we had, and all of a sudden, boom, Kegan is now ours again, which is kind of strange. But anyway, I guess it would probably be a good idea for us to try and just take something else. And I would like, if at all possible, to defeat this fellow. Oh, now he's running. Are you serious? That always grinds my gears, you know. Whenever anything like that happens, when I'm on the way to attack someone, and then they stop the battle just so that they can run away faster. Well, you will have to forgive me. I was interrupted by the doorbell, and, now I cannot remember what I was talking about. But I think what I actually wanted to do was add a couple of extra vassals to my army, because let's face it, if we do have a couple of people that actually have engineering skill, then that's obviously going to help us a great deal. Anyway, these guys are only about a day away, so I guess we'll just get a couple. Sarandon is a little bit too expensive for my liking, so I think I'm just going to get these two. Can I tell whether they have... I can't tell what their stats are right now, unfortunately. I don't seem to be able to do that. So, do I actually... this is 32, and that's 62. You know what? Let's get Sarandon as well, and then we'll see what we can do with that. So we got 400 people. I just gained steward skill by enlisting a bunch of people. Alright, I'm not entirely sure why I'd get steward skill for that, but okay. Happy with it, happy with it. Anyway, let's now... yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just do an old-fashioned siege. We're not actually gonna do anything like, you know, battering down the walls or anything like that, because just look at the wall HP. 67,000. That is the maximum level of wall, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get through that with my limited engineering skill right now, as it is. So we're just going to leave it as it is right now, and we'll just continue onward. Hopefully someone is going to appear. Yep, there we go. They're starting to come in. That's fantastic. And bear in mind that my engineering skill... Why is this? Okay, so let me actually just take a quick look. Okay, I have 1.38, so it kind of does make sense that I would only gain 1 XP every single time a tick of the building starts constructing a little bit further. But as you can see, as soon as you add an actual engineer into into the party, which I assume one of these vassals is indeed an engineer, then it is super, super simple. Very, very easy for us to get all of those things built. Oh. Problematic. They do have a couple of heavy horse archers, but I wouldn't say they have anything too dramatic, but we are also in the same boat. As you can see, we don't really have anything that is super amazing. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lead this assault straight away. We only have 1 siege tower and 1 battering ram. The enemy only has about 51 units in here, so theoretically this shouldn't have any difficulties whatsoever. We should be absolutely fine. Bear in mind, however, that I do not have a shield. So of course not having a shield is going to make a pretty big difference to our survivability. But I do have a mace, rolling pin, sorry, it's a rolling pin. And I will be attempting to bash down the gate with it. Well, not right now at the very least, but yes, I'm primarily going to assume that using the siege tower as a somewhat of a decoy is probably going to make the most sense. As you can see, I can do actually not even bad damage right now, but this outer gate has a lot of HP in comparison to the inner gate. That's the reason why it's so difficult to batter it down yourself. It is possible. It is possible, but it will take an extremely long period of time, so basically it makes no sense whatsoever for me to do that. But hopefully once the battering ram and the siege tower reach the walls, we should be able to get in there and achieve victory, and then be able to hide in the walls, maybe even being able to get into a siege defense. Alright, so my men are now ascending the siege tower, and I think there's a reason why none of them go up the left side. I feel like the left side is cursed, potentially. That might be the reason why they don't decide to do that. Oh, no, never mind. It was just a bit of a pathing problem by the looks of things. Because whenever I've gone on the left side of the ladder, it always kills me somehow. I'm not entirely sure why that would be. Oh, look at that. We actually have a couple of other ladders going up there as well. So if you don't build a siege tower, then that's actually not even a big deal, because then you're going to have your men be able to, you know, get some ladders up there as well. So that's actually going to be quite nice. Anyway, let's just try and bash this down as quickly as we can. This is exactly the reason why I love short-range weapons. It really makes a huge difference to your overall capability in these situations. It really makes a huge difference. Anyway, let's get in there. Oh yes, we are going to get so much one-handed weapon proficiency. Maybe I'll be able to even get to 150. Am I at 150 already? I actually don't know. I didn't see. Oh, nice. Bonk. Let's do another one. Bonk. Yes, get him. Yes, there we go. I think I just reached 150. Fantastic. All right. That is great. Let's get him. Oh, almost. We almost got him. Oh, well, never mind. Not a big deal. Not a big deal, because we have taken the castle, and that is all that we wanted to do. Oh, yeah, I did get shot, by the way, in my off-screen time, while I was waiting for the battering ram to get to the walls. I did get shot in the shoulder. But obviously, that's not a big deal for Bruce. He can just shrug it off. No problem at all. Alright, so we do have a number of pieces of gear here. Nothing really great, so we'll just continue onward. And we are now in the castle, which is fantastic. So what I'll be doing is I will be waiting here for some time. Ah, okay, apparently they are just leaving. Okay, so if you don't know, there was a hotfix or an update, a small update to this current version of the beta. And basically what it entailed was making the AI more likely to pursue a siege attack when there are defenders in that particular castle. So for example, if I were to stay in Chernopsis Castle, generally with that setting or with that update on, which obviously I do have, I am playing on the latest version of the game, technically it should allow the AI to continue their siege, you know, to continue their offensive against us. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be happening. Look at my leadership, though. My leadership is absolutely going crazy right now. And that is purely for the fact that we have a much larger army than normal. So that very much helps us out quite a bit. Anyway, I'm thinking that what we'll do now is we'll take a look at our one-handed weapon proficiency, pick a perk, and then we'll see what we can do with that. Okay, infantry troops gain a +2 daily experience, or infantry in your formation gain 10% of the total experience after battles. I actually don't know what that means. What does it mean? Infantry in your party or infantry in your formation when you join other armies? That's the point. I think I'm going to take infantry troops gain a +2 daily XP, because in general that's going to help lower level units to level up much faster. This one is going to help higher tier units to level up faster, but you've got to bear in mind 10% of the total XP after battles. If this works as the party rather than the formation, then this is better in my opinion. This one is better, the 10% total XP. Shall we try it out? I actually don't know whether it's even working. Okay, let's try it out, because 2 XP is really not that much. It is good, but, you know, it's not that much. So we'll try the 10% total experience, and we'll see what happens with that. What about the leadership perks? Now that's pretty nice. Okay, yeah. Troops in your formation cause 10% more morale penalty when they kill an enemy. That's pretty fantastic. But also, disorganized state duration is reduced by 20%. Those are the kinds of things that you really want to get as soon as possible, as that is very much going to help you to run away from those situations that you otherwise don't want to be in. So that's probably the one I'll take, but as I say, I'm not entirely sure on the wording of these skills, because some of them say, in your formation. So does that mean when I join an army, the battalion that I currently have command over, is that the, is that the band of units that I'm actually going to give the bonus to, or is it just the formation equals my entire party right now? If that is indeed the case, then that's great. But otherwise, if it's only when I join another army, then that's obviously not so great. Anyway, there you go. This is how the map looks, and if you enjoyed this episode, then please give it a like. And otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.